Welcome back. Tomorrow will mark 10 years since the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationwide. Maryland voters passed marriage equality 2 years before that, and a pioneering couple helped lay the groundwork. As WJZ investigator Mike Halgren tells us tonight, they lost their initial court battle, but ended up winning a victory for civil rights.
In the kitchen of Lisa Polyak and Gita Dean's Baltimore home, their marriage license is proudly on display.
For some people, that's dusty and put up in a folder somewhere, but it's important for you guys to have this out.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the most important tools in our life, and we worked really hard for it. A lot of people worked very hard for it, and we just feel like it needs to be in the heart of our home.
Worked hard is an understatement. The couple, now together for more than 40 years, became the lead plaintiffs in a 2004 lawsuit arguing Maryland's ban on same-sex marriage was unconstitutional.
Civil rights of any minority should never be voted on.
Doing many interviews along the way. They did it for their kids and remember obstacles to health insurance, even routine medical visits.
Our pediatrician wouldn't let Gita bring my biological child for her well baby visits because Gita didn't have a legal relationship. When Gita was delivering our second child, they asked me to leave the delivery room.
The state's highest court ruled against them in 2007.
Would you do it all over again, being so publicly part of this fight?
Even though we weren't successful in the courts, I think we won an education and awareness campaign in this state.
That was us at our ceremony with our children around us.
The couple got married anyway in Washington, D.C. in 2011.
It was a very emotional day. Especially our younger child cried through the whole ceremony. I think we had all waited so long for that. And in some ways, I couldn't believe it was happening in my lifetime. It was very emotional.
Yeah. I mean, our wedding day was like stepping through the looking glass.
Big moment of signing the certificate.
Very few kids get to see their parents' wedding day.
Beautiful.
But our kids were there for it, and we wanted to model for them that just because things don't work out sometimes doesn't mean that you should give up, that you should always hope and you should always work towards a better solution. And thankfully, luckily, that day arrived.
And the bill is signed.
Less than 2 years later, Maryland legalized marriage equality and sealed it with a referendum, despite intense opposition along the way.
We're going to erase this bill with a pencil. It was signed with a pencil, it's not with ink. We're going to erase it.
That's the copy of the bill that Governor O'Malley signed in the legislature when marriage equality passed the Maryland General Assembly.
It's in their kitchen, too. A reminder of the fight for equality at a time when some, including the Southern Baptist Convention, vow legal challenges to marriage rights, hoping to overturn them nationwide.
We do understand that there are some states where they'd like to roll back those protections, which just seems unnecessary and cruel.
It's putting this out there that LGBT people are just not equal and shouldn't have access to the same things. And to me, that is just a disease that I don't want spreading in Maryland or anywhere. I think it's important for people to see that we are their neighbors, our children are in their schools, their own children might be LGBT, and that there's the fear needs to go away. We can all link arms and move forward together.
Our coverage continues tomorrow when we'll talk to Jimma Bergefell, the lead plaintiff in the case that legalized same-sex marriage nationwide, how it all started at BWI Marshall Airport. Mike Halgren, WJZ.